Hi YouTube friends, it's Diaper Kiddo Jason, and Domino is here, but you can't really see her, but there's her tail. She's sitting off camera today. So this is going to be a really short and sort of impromptu video for this week because I have some really big things planned after this week. So, just to kind of catch you guys up a little bit, I did get some really great news today. So, I got the job. Officially, I am now a professional writer. They're so happy with my work that they didn't really need to have a meeting about me, and they're already throwing me more work. And so this is going to be really good for us. So, I'm not sure about how the pay structure or anything like that is going to work, but I guess I'll find that out later. I know roughly what I'm going to be making. Let's see what else. So that was my huge news, obviously. But so today I'm filming. It is Thursday. Saturday is the big day. I turn ancient. On Saturday. I'm joking. I am turning 40. I'm okay with that fact, sort of. I'm not thrilled about it or anything like that, obviously, but I have come to terms with the fact that I am going to be a 40-year-old and I have 2 days left that I can say, oh, I'm in my 30s. So basically this week has devolved to every single conversation I've had has started with, oh, I'm in my 30s. Oh, I'm in my 30s and I'd like a number 3 combo, please. I mean, it's almost that bad because I know that I'm not going to be able to say that much longer. I am consoled by the fact that I don't feel like I look 40 yet. If I do, please don't tell me in the comments. That would hurt my feelings. But I don't feel like I look 40. I definitely don't feel like I act 40 at all. So I do feel pretty okay with the fact that I am turning 40. I keep doing this Captain Picard maneuver. I'm sorry about that. It's this weird angle I'm sitting against the bed frame. But, so yeah, 40. That's going to be on Saturday, and we do have some really big plans. I'm nervous, slightly trepidatious, excited. My friend that I had my little playdate with that I told you guys about, he and his mommy and my husband and I have gotten really close over the past few weeks. We've spent a lot of time together. It's been amazing having awesome fellow nerd friends or whatever to be able to hang out with. And so we've had a really good time spending all this time with them. Tomorrow is my friend's birthday, and then the day after is my birthday. So you guys will be watching this because I plan on uploading it on Friday like always. You guys will be watching it on my friend's birthday. And so we're collectively going out to celebrate. We're driving to Orlando, which is a ways away, but it's not terrible. The 4 of us. And we're going to an event that's happening in Orlando at a, I guess you would really say a dungeon called the Woodshed, which I have heard of many times. I've never been. That's primarily where the S&M people and the bondage people and the leather people and stuff like that meet, which I'm 100% pro kink, so that's amazing that we have something like that nearby. But they do occasionally host little events, and so we're going to a little event on Saturday for my birthday. We're gonna collectively go out to lunch. We're having a little mini munch here in town that just happens to line up with my birthday for a few local ABs that I didn't even know existed. So that's going to be pretty cool to meet some new people. And then we're driving down, the 4 of us are driving down on Saturday evening to Orlando. We're going to have dinner, and then we're going to the Woodshed for this event that is primarily focused on something called dark age play, which, if you guys don't know what dark age play is, it's more it's like age play. It's, you know, ABDL. It's the whole works, but it's more dealing with like darker, slightly more adult themes. And this is going to be themed around cops and robbers. So I expect that there will probably be some like cuffing and things like that going on. And I have not been to an event like this before. I've never been to anything like dark age play related. Certainly, it's not something that I object to at all. But I haven't participated in like that side of the community before. So it's going to be interesting to see like what that event is like. Like, I reached out to the event host because if I'm going to give you guys a little piece of advice. Like, if you're new to a kink, or you're new to a scene, or you're new to, you know, something like that, and you want to go to an event, the best thing that you can possibly do is reach out to the host of the event and express any concerns that you had ahead of time, which is what I did, because, like I said, I haven't been participating in that side of like the ABDL age play community before. I'm aware of its existence, and it's definitely something that I don't object to, but I haven't participated. And so I reached out to the event host just to make sure, you know, how dark is dark, how dark are things going to get, because like I am familiar with the fact that dark age play is a huge, monstrously huge spectrum of things that it can be. It can be something as simple as, you know, a little spanking in corner time, or it can be like all the way up to like mock executions and stuff. Like, I mean, there is a huge catch-all category there. And so I reached out to the event host, and it sounds like it's going to be, you know, definitely something within my comfort zone. It's primarily not going to be gay men. Like, I think my husband and I might be the only ones attending. So we'll see. Like, we'll see, you know, how that goes. But the four of us collectively made an agreement that if anybody gets uncomfortable, then of course we will do the responsible thing and we will leave, and we'll go find something else to do. But that's exciting. That's going to be my birthday like celebration, and that's on Saturday. So I want to talk to you guys next week about how that event went, and like obviously I have no idea how it's going to go, but next week's video is going to be about that. And then we are rapidly approaching another big milestone. Well, actually several. Like, I've crossed over several big milestones. I have, without even realizing that I did it, I have crossed 50 videos on my channel, which is pretty awesome. Like, that's more than one a week. So like, or right around one a week for the last year. And of course, early on when I was doing my channel, like, I didn't have a consistent posting schedule. I wasn't like always posting on Fridays. Sometimes I would do multiple videos in a week, and then other times it would be weeks before I would do a video. But it's worked out to be about one a week. And so like, that's really exciting that I've got 50 videos, more than 50 videos now on my channel. I've crossed 150 subscribers, which is not anything like what I expected when I started this channel. I really, like, if you go all the way back to my first video on this channel, I even said that I assumed that I would just be talking to myself into empty space. So the fact that more than 150 people have chosen to subscribe to my channel because they like the content that I'm producing is like just unreal. I don't even know what to say to that other than thank you. And of course I'm going to continue to make content every single week. But my big milestone, the one that's rapidly approaching, is on October 4th of this year. This year, depending on when you're watching the video, this year is 2018. On October 4th, I will hit a very big milestone. October 4th will be 2 years to the day since I switched to wearing diapers 24/7. Like, I don't know how that happened. I don't know where 2 years went, to be honest. That certainly wasn't like my plan when I started out. It's kind of funny, and I want to talk to you guys about that. That's going to be a special video that I'm going to do that will be I think October 5th is Friday, so like I will probably film on October the 4th, like on my 2-year anniversary, and then I will share that with you guys the day after. But I want to talk about that, and there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about in that video. That's going to be probably a pretty big video. There's a lot of stuff I want to unpack about living 24/7 in diapers, you know, and like things that I've learned about myself, and like the ups and downs, you know, adjusting to having to be a little more stealthy in public and things like that. So I'm super excited about that. Like 2 years, I don't know how that happened. So that's my next big upcoming milestone. Now, I know that like this has mostly just been me rambling about stuff going on in my life, but there actually is a topic that I wanted to talk about this week. I had a viewer that reached out to me, a subscriber reached out to me, and asked me a question that I thought, you know, I will tack that onto the end of this video, because it was kind of cool that I had that question come up. So I was asked if I have any tattoos. And so like I want to talk about like my ear piercing, and I want to talk about tattoos and things like that. It's going to be brief. I do have an ear pierced. That's a funny story how that happened. And like she'll swear otherwise, but I will tell you exactly how this happened. My mom basically forced me to get my ear pierced. I was living in Missouri, and like my mom, since I was like a teenager, was always trying to push me to get my ear pierced. And I didn't want to, like I didn't like the idea of having extra holes in my body that weren't put there by nature. So like I had no interest in getting my ear pierced. And I was living in Kansas City, Missouri, and a friend worked at Claire's in the mall doing ear piercing. And she had offered to pierce my ears for me, and I said no thank you. And my mom kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And so finally, to surprise my mom, I had my friend Casey pierce my ear. It hurt, it got infected, because I think I was like using too much of the little solution stuff. Plus like I got it done at a mall, so like what do you expect? But I called my mom afterwards and I said, you're never gonna guess what I did. And my mom said, what did you do? And I said, I finally went and got my ear pierced. And my mom said, oh well, that's good. And I thought, she's been pushing me for literally years, since I was a teenager, to get my ear pierced. Like, most parents don't want their teenagers to get their ear pierced. My mom was trying to force me to. And then her reaction was, oh, that's good? Like, that didn't seem right. And so I was like, I thought you were going to be more excited about this. Like, I finally got my ear pierced. And my mom said, well, it doesn't do me any good now. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what good was it supposed to do you? And she says, I wanted you to get your ear pierced to piss your dad off. But he went and got his ear pierced. And so, like, the whole point of this was to annoy my father. Like, my mother and father had a very happy marriage. They never divorced. They were together until the day my father died. 29 years. No. 39 years. Oh my God, not even the same thing. They were together for 39 years. And they were best friends, but they were really kind of antagonistic toward each other. And so, like, my mom wanted me to get my ear pierced because she knew that it would irritate my father, until he had, like, a midlife crisis and went and got his done. So, I do have my ear pierced. The other only thing that I have had done to my body, and I do have plans, but I have a single tattoo. And, like, this is something... I always was, like, unsure if I was ever going to want to get a tattoo, because, like, I thought, well, I'll get some character tattooed on my body and then decide that I don't like that character anymore. Or, you know, I'll get some slogan, you know, or a music lyric or something, and then the musician who sang that song is going to be, you know, like, charged with, like, wife beating or something, and I won't want it on my body anymore. And so, like, I didn't want to have, like, buyer's remorse for... having something permanently put on my body that could never be removed except by, like, with lasers and expensive, you know, procedures. And so, like, my former brother-in-law, he's a douchebag. I don't say that lightly, he really is. But my former brother-in-law was a, like, wannabe tattoo artist. And so he had offered to give me a tattoo. And at the time, I really, really thought about it, and I decided to do it. And so I'm going to show you, it's really blown out. Like, he wasn't a very good tattoo artist. There's a reason why he's a prison guard now. But I'm going to show you. So, this is my tattoo that my former brother-in-law gave me, and then I'm going to explain it. Alright, like, I don't know how well you can see that, but it is literally just a circle bisected by a vertical line. And, sorry, I'm trying to set my tripod back up again. So the reason that I got this particular tattoo, and it really is kind of blown out, I need to get it touched up, is because, as you guys know, I'm a writer. I have been published before. I write primarily science fiction and fantasy. Although I am trying my hand at a little bit of a naughty, like, ABDL story. We'll see how that goes. I make no promises that I will ever let it see the light of day. But, sorry, you know, I am a writer. I have written things in the past that have been published. And I've been working on a novel off and on for, like, I don't know, like 6 years or something crazy like that I will someday finish. And the symbol that I had tattooed on my arm, the circle with a vertical line bisecting it, is an important symbol in my novel. It represents two halves coming together to make one whole, which is a very important theme in my novel. And so that's why I have this on my body, because I know that's something that I am extremely proud of, that I will never be ashamed of my writing. And so I've decided, you know, I wanted to have this put on my body. So I'm going to move my tripod back so I can see. Sorry. That's better. But, so yeah, like, that's my tattoo. That's my one and only tattoo. I really need to have it cleaned up. I want to get another tattoo at a later time. Sorry, I'm so dry still. It's summer. Like, it will be summer in Florida until November. But I do want to get another tattoo on my back. I want to get lyrics to a song, which I swore I would never do. And that is until Pink came out with What About Us, which is, like, the literal song of my life right now. I'm fucking living for that song. And I have been since the day it dropped. Like, that song gives me chills. Like, the hairs on my arms stand up every time I hear that song. And especially with the things that are going on in my country right now, the politics and the political climate and everything, like, that's a really appropriate song. Like, I won't get into politics on this channel because I certainly don't want to offend anybody, but I have very strong opinions about what is going on right now, and that song summarizes them pretty damn well. So I want to get a lyric from that song tattooed on my body. But that's going to be, like, a later thing. And then I do want to get, like, something pierced at some point. I'm nervous. I'm scared to death about the idea of getting, like, that particular body part pierced. But I do want to, and I've been talking about it for, like, ever. So eventually it's going to happen. Like, one of these days I'm just going to take a wild hair and have somebody stab a needle through my penis. So, which is horrifying. And I don't know who the first person whoever thought that was a good idea. Like, I don't know who possibly could have been sitting around thinking, you know what, my penis needs more holes. But, like, I do like the way it looks, so I am considering doing that, and that's probably something that is going to happen one of these days. But that's really my video update for this week. Like I said, it's going to be a bit shorter just because, like, there really isn't a lot of other news to report, and all the big stuff is coming up. So, like, I do want you guys to leave me a comment in the comment section below that I know you probably won't because I never get comments. I get lots of views and likes, but never comments. But if you feel like commenting, let me know what you would like to see for my 2-year anniversary video that's going to be coming out on October 5th. Like, I want to do something big for you guys to celebrate a really big, like, milestone for me. But that's it for this video, so thank you so much for watching, as always. And I will see you next time, guys. I'm going to turn around the camera just a little bit so you can say hi to Domino. Domino. Hey. Are you even paying attention right now? You're not. Bye, guys. See you next time.